Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we listen to all of their records, get into the biggest bangers, stinger from each of them. We try to have a good time doing it. We also start with our 6 Degrees with Tom DeLonge. That's where we connect the band of the week to our boy Tom and Blink. And then we round it out with top 10 favorite songs from whatever band we're doing this week. And we are doing KoRn, my favorite band of all time. And we're ending self-titled season with KoRn as well. So yeah, we listened to all 14 of their records. So we'll get into that in a bit. Or in a few minutes, but let's start with 6 Degrees. Oh, if you didn't know, my name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. There you go. Go follow us on social media at Asinine Radio. Do all that stuff, and follow us. Tell your friends. So there you go. Let's get into the 6 Degrees of Tom DeLonge. What do you got? Go. I only did one this week because we got a long episode.
I only did one because I really didn't even want to do the one, but I feel like I always should do my homework. So the one I did is really easy, and it was like Brooks Wackerman played with them on tour.
He did.
So,
well, he played on one of their records too.
So there it is.
There you go. Easy enough. He played on the Entitled record.
Yeah. So
yeah.
That's
so
all
I went a little bit deeper. Start with Jonathan Davis. He was on a Tech 9 song called "Start to Turn." Tech 9 was on Travis Barker's solo record. Did a song on that, and then Travis Barker, Boxcar Racer, Tom DeLonge. There you go. Easy peasy.
Good girl.
I was gonna do each band member, but then I ran out of time, so I just did Jonathan Davis. So anyway, let's get into.
Bored us all to death anyway, so thank God he didn't do that.
Fuck off. So also, we're gonna do 14 through 1, worst KoRn record to fit the best KoRn record. Jeff's not a big fan of this band. He likes a couple of the records. I know that. So forgive him. Forgive him, please.
Forgive you, dude. You're the one that needs forgiveness.
Nah, dude, this band is so good. So what do you got for number 14? Go. Worst KoRn record for you. Go.
I don't like this record. I don't get it. I've never liked it. It's never. Last time we did this, it wasn't on my bottom. But Serenity of Suffering, I just don't care, dude. It's just stupid. Jonathan Davis vocals, JD's vocals are stupid on this record. It's like Tim Burton inspired, just goofy. I think it's goofy. A lot of these records, I'm going to say, like, it's an attempt to like return to form for these guys because they do that a lot. A lot of bands do that over the years. I don't know. I just don't fucking care. I think it's goofy and stupid. A Different World, I thought was the best song because we get to hear someone besides Jonathan Davis not be annoying. So that's
he's not annoying. Why are you saying he's annoying?
Sometimes Jonathan Davis is fucking annoying.
He's okay.
And
maybe sometimes.
And it's wild because he's a decent singer. Like he really is a decent singer. And I don't mind the scatting. I think that's good. And it's weird too because we watched the doc today and it had the subtitles on YouTube, and it subtitled what his scat was and says, "Oh," and then I did it. I was like, "Oh wow, that's a lot easier to scat like that." I forgot what he said. I just like freaking and the way the words like, oh wow, it sounded cool when I did it. When I read the words, I was like, oh wow. But anyway, please come for me. That was a terrible fucking song.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I don't know. This record sucked, and I fucking hated it.
All right, and the doc that Jeff's referring to is the Who Then Now video from 1997. That pretty much just kind of a brief overview of the first and second record and the recording of that. So we watched that. It was like 20 minutes. But all right, so my number 14, their worst record. I think easily this is their worst record, and it's Requiem. This came out. This is their 14th album from 2022. The last with Fieldy, I'm probably because he's probably not in the band anymore, but we don't really know yet. But this record is just, the bass is almost non-existent. Fieldy apparently played on it, but it's almost like it just has nothing of a signature sound on it. The songs seem very like boring. They're just bored. Like nothing really stands out too much on this record. There are a couple cool melodies and all that. It's still a good listen through. It's short. It's only like 32 minutes or 31 minutes. It's only 9 songs. The cover art is their worst cover art by far.
Absolutely.
It's so bad. But for whatever reason, like you go on Reddit and a lot of people say this is their favorite KoRn record. And I just think you must have fallen and hit your head, because this is not like, I mean, it has some cool moments, but overall it's just like, it is certainly their worst record.
It's the same people that think like Weezer's White Album is like their best record. It's just people that don't fucking know anything, essentially.
Yes, exactly. So banger, Forgotten, stinker, Disconnect. I don't really have too much to say about this record. I mean, I do enjoy it. I do, and I do listen to it every once in a while. And from here on out, 14 through 1, I have them all on vinyl.
Why not?
Plus more. I have the Family Values 98 on vinyl. I have the KoRn Unplugged on vinyl. I have the Requiem Mass on vinyl. So yeah, I do have a lot of KoRn, and I have both LAPD, all the LAPD stuff on vinyl as well. So
is there any sex art on vinyl?
No sex art. Sex art was only a cassette, not even a CD. It was only a cassette. But those songs are just like, whatever.
So if like RSD came out with like a sex art thing on vinyl, you would buy it?
I would buy it. Okay. Or if they came out with like the Creep demo or the Niedermeyer's Mind demo. Oh, especially the Niedermeyer's Mind, I would definitely get that. Fuck, I definitely get that. But anyway, what do you got for number 13? Go.
I also want to go over some of the cover art too as we go through these, because
let's do it.
For the most part,
some of it's bad.
For the most part, they suck. They're not good.
Yeah, I think I would agree. Like at least half of it sucks.
Serenity of Suffering, that's stupid fucking artwork.
Yeah, it's stupid.
So my 13, my 13 is Requiem. That is their worst artwork. It is fucking dumb. This record is not good at all. It is so fucking boring. And a lot of times, again, I said the Serenity of Suffering, a lot of times I think like, damn, you guys are just trying to do this sound again. And I don't mind it. Like I don't mind, what Weezer does it and Blink does it. It's whatever. But I don't like what you do anyway. So why would I want you to try and do it again? So that's where I kind of come in. Weird soundscapes that were kind of electronic too, but they didn't want to quite go all in the electronic way. It's just this record was just safe in like the most fucking annoying way possible. Didn't Jonathan Davis get COVID too, and like got really fucked up because of it and hurt the tour in some capacity for this?
Yeah. Because he already had he's had health issues over the years, but yeah, he did get COVID, and it did fuck up part of the tour.
Ugh. Whatever. This,
but not the it had nothing to do with the recording though. I don't think.
Did you get 2 copies of this too?
No.
You never had 2 copies at one time?
No, I only had 1 copy.
I think you did. I think you're lying.
No,
yeah.
I only had 1 copy.
You probably forgot. I have no banger. Nobody should have a banger on this one. No one should even have this on vinyl. Lost in the Grandeur. That's my worst song. It's stupid. Actually, some of the sounds on this reminded me of Reggie in the Full Effect, like the way he sings under or on top of like his moog. That's what I thought. But not as good.
Can't hear it, but I'll take your word for it.
Take it.
So my number 13, The Paradigm Shift, their 11th record from 2013. This is the first with Head back in the band after being away from like 7 years at this point. And yeah, so it's not the original lineup, but Head is back, and he brought a lot more of the heaviness, the guitar playing back to the band, because prior to this is the dubstep record, and then Jonathan Davis is all fucked up on prescription drugs, and he got super fucking skinny, and he's just doing all the dubstep, his J Devil stuff, which actually some of it was pretty cool dubstep, but yeah, then this record, it's disjointed. Like you could tell that there was a lot of back and forth. Like I want to do a lot of electronic stuff, I want to do dubstep stuff, but then Head wanted to do all the heavy stuff and bring it back to like the old school style. But I felt like a lot of the songs just don't have that charm. They don't try anything new or different. It's just like you'll get one song that's super fucking heavy, and then you'll get like a dubstep kind of theme song, and it was just kind of there wasn't a good balance here within the actual songs. There's still some great moments on this album as well. And honestly, I don't like Ray's drumming all that much. I've never really been a fan of the second drummer. I think he's too busy. I don't think he has the greatest groove. I think technically he's an incredible drummer, but I just never thought he's ever really fit this band. But I'll talk about that more on some other albums I'm going to get to. But the Paradigm Shift, it's cool. It's cool, and I've listened to it a shit ton of times. And there are some bangers like What We Do. I love What We Do. Paranoid and Aroused, another banger. But Lullaby for a Sadist, that's kind of a dud. And the bonus song, Hater, probably one of the worst. Actually, this might be the worst song they've ever done.
Whoa.
Now, bottom 5 maybe, Hater. But this is another song too that you go on Reddit and fucking people just cry over this song. They love this song, Hater. And whatever, the lyrics are fine, I guess, but the song sucks. So, I don't know. Paradigm Shift, 13 for me. What do you got for number 12?
Number 12. See You on the Other Side. See you on the other side. I really don't care about most of these, so whatever. I could be convinced to put this at number 4. I really don't care. Their 7th record, 2005.
Fuck off.
I literally don't care. Like the Deftone stuff. Like, this is too low. Like, okay, I'll put it higher. I don't really care either way. Head is gone. David's about to leave, so we just get a record that sounds like butt from a production standpoint. There's so much going on. Like layers, dubs, synths, and it just all sounds so fucking silly. And there's like this is a record they made to recreate again like their iconic sound from the first 6 albums prior, but they just don't know how to do it because it's disingenuous. You're not there anymore. You're completely fucking different people, and your shot to fame kind of like left y'all like, whoa, fuck, that was wild. Like, what do we do now? And we get this, and I'll tell you, man, Twisted Transistor, I hate that song so much.
Is it because it's about transistors?
Is that really what it's about?
No. But in the video, Snoop Dogg says that because he plays Monkey in the video, and the interviewer asks him, "What's the song about?" And he just kind of looks and he goes, "Song's about transistors."
Nah, I fucking hate that song so much. I really, God, I can't get over it.
It's a cheesy song, definitely.
For No One, I thought that was my favorite. Had a really rad breakdown. Liar was pretty dope too. I like that one.
Heavy.
But I don't think. No, only 2 songs outside of like the big hits made my top 10 playlist. But there are a lot of cool songs out there. Also, this cover art sucks.
Yeah, the cover art really, really does suck.
Trash.
And it was only pressed for the first time last year in 2025.
But you had the
which
boot.
is crazy. I did have the boot. Yeah, I did have the boot
around.
for several years. But yeah, once the original came out, of course I bought the original. And the audio's not all fucked up. I don't know. Did you notice on See You on the Other Side and on the Entitled record, the beginning of like 3 or 4 of the songs are fucked up?
Yeah.
Like they'll like glitch.
Yeah, I did notice that. I thought it was just my internet was fucked up.
No, it's only those 2 records that have those glitches on the songs. It's not like that on the CD, and they fix it for both vinyl. The represses for the vinyl, for the Untitled and See You on the Other Side, they fixed all the glitches. So, but yeah, it's really weird that they never fixed it on the fucking streaming.
Wait, so did you say it was like that on the vinyl too?
No, it's not. It's not. They fixed it for the vinyl, so it clearly wasn't a rip.
Yeah.
But even the bootleg was the
weird.
CD rip, so it didn't have the glitch either. So they didn't rip the bootleg from streaming. They ripped it from the CD clearly because it didn't glitch. Or skip, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I'm just probably going to talk a lot because I'm excited. I'm stoked. I'm happy to be here.
That's cool. I'm not excited yet, so.
So my number 12, Serenity of Suffering, 12th record from 2016. This is the last one with Zach Baird on keyboards and Moog and all that on all the electronics. He had been with the band since 2006, not an official member, but he contributed to every record from See You on the Other Side until this record. And he was fired a couple years after this, supposedly because his wife at the time wasn't getting along with Monkey's wife, and she threw a bitch fit and got him fired from the band.
Nice.
'Cause, yeah, it was this big thing online. You know, and everybody was like following everybody follows the wives on Instagram. They're fighting on Instagram with each other because Zach's wife is from like Uzbekistan. She's like a mail order bride kind of person. And then Monkey's wife was like making fun of her for that. And it was just like, it was getting nasty. And then they fired him like in 2019 or something like that. So, anyway, Serenity, not that any of that matters, but
it all matters, baby.
Serenity of Suffering. This is it is a kind of like Danny Elfman, almost like inspired record. There's a lot of electronic stuff here, and a lot of that is due to Zach. And I think there's a lot of cool shit on here. DJ C- came in. He hasn't played with the group since 1998 or 99 maybe. He was on the Family Values tour in 98. He was the one DJing between every single band on that tour. But he's still friends with the band, and he did, I think it was on 2 songs on Serenity of Suffering. And I thought, there's a lot of good songs on here, a lot of good melodies and some cool guitar shit going on, and it's not nearly one of my favorite records of theirs, but it's solid output. Banger, Take Me. I've always loved this song. I think that chorus is just, it soars, man. It's just so fucking good, and it's so catchy. Stinker, it isn't really a stinker, but I had to put something here, and it's Die Yet Another Night. It's a little cheesy, and that title is really stupid too. The artwork, yes, I agree. The artwork sucks. I don't like this one at all. It looks really cheesy and dumb, but I do have it on vinyl.
Of course, why not?
So there you go. Number 12, Serenity of Suffering. What do you got for number 11? Go.
Number 11, The Paradigm Shift. Weird one. Yeah, like you said, heads back in the band. Dude, they clearly have no idea what the fuck they're trying to do here. Head does not want to do the Path of Totality shit. They clearly still want to do that shit. So what we get here is like this weird push and pull, but not in a good way, right? It's something different.
It's disjointed.
It's stupid. And what happens is, like, they have ideas for like a 20-second song, and they now make it 3 minutes, and it's just boring. It seems lifeless. It's just, well, it's weird. It's a weird kind of boring, and sometimes I do think they are boring. But at least, like my hated record, Serenity to Suffering, that had an identity. Paradigm Shift doesn't like have its own identity. It just sounds like a shitty Path of Totality, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like it's heavy for the sake of being heavy, and then same with the electronic part. Like nothing. It's this whole album sounds pretty uninspired, much like Requiem does. Yeah. That's how I felt about Paradigm Shift. And then I think Ray is just kind of a boring drummer. Like, I don't think he has a good groove. And I think he just overplays. That's just one of my biggest complaints with the Ray era is that he just over fucking plays on the drums.
Isn't that why like that's why David left, because they kept telling him to calm the fuck down, and because he want to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do?
Yeah, he kind of wanted to do that. Yeah. But then also because then they started saying that he was lazy and he wasn't really focusing on it. But I really think it was because him and Monkey were the only ones still partying at that point, which I'll get into soon. But yeah, so I don't know. Ray is he's a really nice guy. I've met him a few times, and he's super, super nice, and he's an incredible drummer. But I just never thought he's fit with KoRn ever. So anyway, oh yeah, Paranoid and Aroused was my banger. Victimized, that was my stinker, just because it was like the most nothing special song. Victimized.
Yeah.
To see.
Artwork sucks in this one too.
Yeah, the artwork really sucks. I did get my OG copy of this at Double Nickels. It was up on the wall, and I gasped. Right when we walked in, I saw it up on the wall, and I went, oh.
Was it so sealed?
No, it wasn't sealed. And I think he only had it for like $40, and it goes for like $90. It goes for like $90 on Discogs, and he had it for $40.
Because no one out here is going to buy a shitty KoRn record.
So I fucking... Yeah. It's only been pressed that one time when it came out. So, yeah, it was a gasp. It was a gasping moment.
Double Nickels comes through sometimes hard.
Yeah. That was probably the best pickup I've ever gotten from Double Nickels. Was Paradigm Shift, because it was just so unexpected. It was so unexpected.
I know. And just one too, right? Like one obscure KoRn record. Where's the rest of them? Was it part of a collection? Did one guy just trade in one KoRn record?
Because I even went to the KoRn section because I didn't have all the KoRn records at that time. And so, I went. But no, that was the only random KoRn record. But why this one?
And he would have said something too. Like if somebody brought in a bunch of people, like, oh, we have a bunch more coming out too. You want to see them? Yeah. Like he would have said something.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's weird. Bizarre. Yeah, Paradigm Shift. That's my number 11. Their 11th record, actually.
There you go. So my number 11 is See You on the Other Side. We're pretty much at the same here. I mean, a couple, give or take a couple. We've both said the same thing so far. So
no, we've said everything's the same so far,
but not in the same order.
No.
Yeah, but we said the same records.
Yes.
So See You on the Other Side, 7th record from 2005. First without Head, last without David on drums, and Atticus Ross and The Matrix produced this record. Atticus Ross obviously famously has worked with Nine Inch Nails. They had wanted to work with him for a while. They got him for this one, and this record had a lot of outside songwriters, and that's another reason why David didn't like this record. And one reason why David left the band was because he knew that the band have the chops to write songs, so why hire outside writers for an album? And that's what they did with See You on the Other Side. And he was saying, and David also said that during this recording, it was all chopped together. Like he would just play like one beat and they would just like loop it in Pro Tools, or they would just like do one snare hit and they would just loop the snare hit, just shit like that.
Disrespectful.
And it's like, why am I even here? Like, it's, you know what I mean? It was, he just found it kind of pointless, and I agree with that. And it really, this is where, and I agree with David when he says this. This is really where the Jonathan Davis era of the band started. Was See You on the Other Side. It's like he called all the shots at this point. From here onward, it was Jonathan's band, and you hear it. Like nothing from here on out sounds like KoRn from the previous 6 records. And this record is all over the place. There's so many soundscapes. There's a lot of electronics. They had a backing band. They had like percussionists up on stage. They had a keyboardist on stage. Like I said, Zach Baird. He was the keyboardist, and just the band like expanded from a touring standpoint. And it was like a big theatrical thing. I saw them on this tour as well a couple times. And yeah, it was just this massive stage show. And I don't know. It's just, the songs don't hit that well, or they don't hit as well as other albums. They're still catchy as hell, but they're just, the songs just kind of, they don't, there's no flow. There's no flow to this album at all. It's just one random song after the other. My banger, Open Up. I love that song. It's so bass heavy and it's so bass driven. Fucking love that. Worst song, easily, Bitch We Got a Problem. God, I hate that song. I've never liked this song. I think the lyrics are ridiculous. The song is stupid. I've never liked this song. So there you go. See you on the other side.
Do you like Twisted Transistor? Just
I do like Twisted Transistor. Yeah.
Off topic, I guess, or kind of on topic. Okay.
Yeah, I do like it. They performed that on SNL too when it came out, and it sounded like shit.
I can imagine.
So go watch it. Yeah, it's
good.
But I do remember the first time I heard Twisted Transistor. I was driving out to LA and thinking, wow, I don't like this. This doesn't sound like KoRn. It does not sound like KoRn. I hate this. So, but it took a while, and then it eventually grew on me. And then once you put it in the context of the record, I kind of got it. I don't think it's the best song by any means, but still a cool song. So, what do you got for number 10? Go.
Number 10. We're getting to the good stuff here. Not really. We're still in the mid-tier stuff.
I got all this on vinyl, so I'm
best. Well, you have a lot of chud on vinyl, so I get why you have all this on vinyl. Number 10, Untitled, 8th record, 2007. I don't know, kind of slower and calmer than a lot of KoRn stuffs. Maybe generic is a better word.
No, this is like far from generic. Get the fuck out of here.
A couple different like drummers as session guys. The songs are decent enough and almost prog-like at times.
Session guys? I mean, these. Oh, dude. Okay, I'll get into it.
I don't know.
Okay.
It just doesn't have a lot of like KoRn hallmarks. Like what? Like I don't know. There's no bagpipes here. It's still pretty heavy overall. I didn't really care that much, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's fine. Okay, fine.
I went backwards. I don't know if that helped or did not help me. I will say that going backwards in the discography, I was glad I did, because fucking hell, man, the earlier stuff compared to the later stuff made Monday, Tuesday, and today just so much better. And I'm glad I got most of that shit out of the way Thursday and Friday. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could, if you sell me on it, I could listen to Untitled again tomorrow with different ears.
Okay.
I just
I think you should give it another chance. I think it's way more nuanced than you're giving it credit for.
I did think there were times, like I said, like the proggy at times, like things that were kind of like, oh, they haven't really done that before. But even then, it was just kind of like, okay, well, you're not really great at it. You're not really good at it. You just did it. So whatever. I Will Protect You. That was my favorite. That was the closer.
Yeah.
So that may, I mean, if that's like your banger, then maybe. But if it may just be, it might just be the closer. And I was like, oh, thank God this record's over. So I will listen to this one more intently, because sometimes that happens. My worst song was Love and Luxury.
Yeah, that song's cheesy.
Luxury. Is it luxury or luxury?
Luxury.
Well, I don't know. Is that how you spell luxury?
Yeah. Huh. Song's about Head, too, about him leaving the band.
Yeah, Love and Luxury. I don't like when he sings like that, when Jonathan Davis sings like that. It's too goofy.
Laughing?
Dude, there's another song, too, where he laughs.
I stand alone in the lap of luxury.
Dude,
I stand alone.
He does some. There's some.
It is a cheesy song. It is a cheesy song.
There's a song where he laughs, and I'm like, that is fucking stupid, bro. Why did you do that? We'll get there. We'll get there in a minute.
There's multiple songs where he laughs. Yeah. All right, my what did you think of the artwork on this one? You didn't talk about that.
Oh, I didn't look at it. It's fine. I don't think it's good or bad. This one's fine.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
Fine.
It's not good.
Has some good B-sides. But anyway,
I definitely wouldn't
number
know.
10. I listened to all the B-sides.
Of course you fucking did. Is there like a vinyl compilation that has a lot of the B-sides on it?
Dude,
all
I
of them?
wish.
Yeah.
There's like 30 B-sides and like non-album tracks. Yeah, dude.
Throughout their career or just on this one?
Throughout their career. No, throughout their career. Yeah. From like almost every album has at least one B-side. At least. So, anyway. Number 10 for me, The Path of Totality. 10th record from 2011. This is their dubstep record. This record's good. Honestly, this record is really good. And this record got panned a lot. And I think it's because for whatever reason, people like electronic purists, EDM purists, they hate dubstep music because it was doing something different.
Because it's
something
fun.
exciting.
That's why.
I know. That's exactly why. And honestly, I don't think this is like the best dubstep record. I think what Jonathan Davis was doing outside of the band with his J Devil stuff and Killbot, I feel that's better. That's pure dubstep. But I mean, there's a lot of cool shit here, and I think some of his best vocal performances are on this record. Like how he sings on this record, his voice sounds incredible. He does sound really, really good. The songs are catchy as hell. The drums are pretty much all electronic, but Ray does play the drums on it. The bass is almost non-existent on this record, but the songs are pretty damn solid. They have multiple producers on this one who help co-write some of these songs. You know, Skrillex is on here. Excision. Excision's wild too. Dotzik, Noisia. So many guys are on here. And you and I saw them on this tour too. I dragged you out to LA to go watch them on this tour. Skrillex opened up, or Excision opened up, and I think Dotzik opened up. And then Sonny Moore, Skrillex came out and played guitar with the band that show.
It was fun.
With KoRn. Yeah, it was a great fucking show at the Palladium, the Hollywood Palladium. But yeah, The Path of Totality, it's the most different record they've ever put out. It's truly, truly the outlier for the band. But they toured on it, and then Head came back at the end of the cycle, and then they came out Paradigm Shift, and then we got kind of an okay record. So yeah, Path of Totality, it's a weird one, it's crazy, but you should at least listen to it once. Banger, Burn the Obedient, and then also the bonus track Tension. Tension is easily the best song on the whole record, but I don't want to put a bonus track as my banger. But yeah, Burn the Obedient, Tension. I think Tension was with Excision, and I think Burn the Obedient was with Excision as well. Banger songs. And then Stinker Illuminati, which is also an Excision produced song. Sorry. But yeah, Stinker's Illuminati, still a good song, but had to pick a stinker. So Path of Totality. What do you got for number 9? Go.
Path of Totality.
There we go, dude.
I like this less this time around. I didn't hate it, but I used to love this. But what does that even really mean with KoRn's discography and me? I used to like this a lot more, but I think the dubstep crush has worn down on me. Save for like Skrillex record and some songs in a playlist when things get too toasty sometimes. But this record really is fine. It's not bad. I like when any band tries something new, even if they fail. I appreciate it. I like that they tried something new here and different. I like the short run time. I think that's good. We'll get there on issues, but my God, they need to cut some of these records down by 3, 4, 5 songs.
Fuck off.
Dude, Issues is fucking way too long, but we'll get there.
No.
I guess my biggest problem with this is this time around is just how dated this already sounds, which sometimes I enjoy, sometimes I grab about. This week I just didn't like it. It sounds fucking dated. It sounds.
It does sound dated. I get
like
it.
It came out in this era. Obviously, like KoRn sounds like the best of KoRn sounds dated, right? But that's a little different. This is just. I don't know. This time around, I don't like it.
They didn't create dubstep. They created new metal. They created that rock music of the 90s, metal of the 90s.
I don't know. I do like the cover art to this. I don't know why.
No, this cover art's terrible. Second worst cover.
No, dude. Serenity of Suffering is worse. Requiem is worse.
No.
See You on the Other Side is worse.
Requiem is the worst, and then Path of Totality.
This one's kind of cool because you zoom in and it's under
not,
construction, fucking scaffolding.
It's just like terrible looking CGI. It looks so bad, dude.
Yeah, it's electronic. That's the cover.
I know, but it looks.
The cover
so
matches.
stupid.
The cover matches what the music is. I do enjoy it. My banger would just be the one with Skrillex. Get Up, the one with Skrillex.
He did 2. He was on Narcissistic
Yeah,
Cannibal
not the
too.
opener. I think not the opener.
Oh yeah, he did Kill Mercy Within too.
But the later Skrillex song, that was my banger. I really don't have a stinker. I don't think any of these songs are stinkers, but I think I don't know. It just sounds dated and kind of dumb.
You like the song Get Up?
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up.
that was my
get
banger. I
up.
just said.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said. And one time we went to Angels. I don't know if you were there or not. The strip club Angels, and one of the strippers came out, and she danced to the Get Up song.
Damn.
I do remember that vividly. Yeah, she did that song, and she did a Rob Zombie song. She stripped to a Rob Zombie song because the girls get 2 songs, you know.
Topless. It's not full strip. Not full nude.
Yeah, because we
serve
want to
alcohol.
drink.
Yeah,
they serve alcohol. But
that
anyway,
place was wild.
Angels was fun.
Just because it was in the heart. I mean, I don't know if I'm sure it probably still is, but that was kind of in the heart of Placentia gang territory too, and
Yeah.
that crowd was rough.
Yeah, it was. Tammy used to get wild there too. She'd get up there, fucking start throwing fucking bills in the air. Man,
Dude, I remember one time.
Tammy gets wild at the strip clubs.
I remember one time I think Renee was probably there too, but I remember we took a taxi home, so I had been pretty old. But I remember telling the taxi, bro, you got to pull over, and he pulled over right kind of by IHOP, and I just projectile vomited all into the street, and then closed the door, and he went home. So bad.
Oh, that's good.
But they cheap pictures like $6-7.
Yeah, I know. They
Fucking
serve
cheap.
food there too. Never ate
I never ate the
eaten the
food
food
either.
though. But yeah, no, it's a fun strip club. I haven't been in years, but it's fun. Anyway, titty bar. Sorry, it's a titty bar, not a strip club. A titty bar.
There you go, titty bars.
Yeah,
Like the Bada Bing. That's what it is. Like the Bada
yes,
Bing.
like the Bada Bing, but better. So anyway, that was your number 9, Path of Totality. You got anything, or what was your stinker on there?
I don't really have a stinker.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't care enough.
Banger, or I'm sorry, number 9 for me. I'm getting ahead of myself. Number 9 for me, Take a Look in the Mirror. Their 6th record from 2003. This is the last with the original lineup of the band: Jonathan, Monkey, Head, Fieldy, and David. And this is like a back to the roots kind of album. They self-produced this record. It came out only like a year and a half after Untouchables, and they just wanted to put out something fast because Untouchables was such a crazy record to make, and it was like a studio record. It wasn't a live record, so they wanted something raw and pure. But the record, I mean, I still love these songs, and I still love this record, absolutely love it, but it seems a little, it sounds rushed. I think the production is not very good. I think David's drum tones sound like garbage on this one. I think the production and the mix just are not good on here. But there are some great fucking choruses. There's some great melodies, some just incredible shit on here too. So I hate putting it this low because it is the OG band, but it's just, when you throw it up against the first 5 records, it just doesn't hold a candle to those first 5 records. It's a very dark record. It's a very moody record. It has some of their most aggressive stuff up to this point too. Jonathan Davis started singing or screaming differently. He started with this growl, this like death metal growl that he never did before. So he starts that on this record, and he continues that through the rest of up until now. And I've never really liked that type of scream or growl that he does. I just think it sounds too forced. And Jonathan Davis sounds good when it sounds like he's like blowing out his vocal cords, when he sounds like he's in like fucking pain. But on Take a Look in the Mirror, his vocals just sound forced, and I don't like it. It sounds disingenuous, like I said. So yeah, Take a Look in the Mirror is my my number 9, and these guys were all fucked up too, except for Jonathan Davis. He was the only clean one. But yeah, everybody was like doing meth. They were doing a lot of coke, shit ton of drinking. The band was a fucking mess.
So much drugs in this band.
I know. You read the fucking stories about this band. They were like the last real rock and roll band. Like, their stories are you never read the books, but like Fieldy's book is wild. It's fucking wild.
Just like the little stories I read here and there, and just about and then also their climb to fame, just so fucking quickly, and they enjoyed it. They
did. They enjoyed it, but they put the work in too.
Yeah,
they put the fucking work in.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, banger off of Take a Look in the Mirror, Everything I've Known. I know it's a single. Terrible video, like one of the worst videos I've ever done. But I love this song. I really, really love this song. Stinker, y'all want a single. Spoilers, I know you put that in your top 10. I think this song sucks. I've never liked this song.
Get the fuck out of here.
Never really liked this song. The video's cool, but never really liked this song for Y'all Want a Single. So anyway, Take a Look in the Mirror. It's my number 9. What do you got for number 8? Go.
The Nothing. The Nothing.
Nice. So high.
It's like right in the middle. It does seem like it's high, but we got still 7 more records to go after it. So
I know
there's nothing wrong with this. I think it's a great filler record, and that sounds like. But like, bro, come on, they all can't be singers here. That's just silly boy talk.
But like they all are,
and they're absolutely fucking not even close to all singers. But this late in their career, for them to put out just like a record that's just good fan service. Nothing wrong with that. Like, fuck yeah.
No, nothing wrong with it.
Reward everyone for sticking around and put out something that's mediocre, but in the best possible way. And I have nothing bad about that. That's fine if you like this sound. I don't, so therefore I still don't care about this record. The Darkness is Revealing. That was my banger. I thought it was cool because it was kind of like a cool summary of their entire career. It's got the slow, it's got the heavy, it's got the fast, it's got the rap rock shit in there. It was a really fun track, and I was like, "This is like perfect." This is like the scene at the end of episode 9 when everyone comes in to save the day on the ships, and it's like, "Oh fuck yeah!" And you see all like, "Oh look at that shit! Look at that ship!" Just like beautiful fan service. That's what that track reminded me of.
That's not even a good Star Wars movie, but that's a cool part.
That's such a cool. That gives me goosebumps every fucking time I watch it. It's just cool. This Lost, that was my stinker because they kind of did like this theater kid shit on that one, and I was like, that's kind of weird.
You love theater kid shit. You are a theater kid.
Yeah, but they don't really do it that well. It's not. They don't do anything that well, but definitely not theater kid music.
Shut up. Get out of here. All right, my number 8 is Untitled, their 8th record from 2007. This is one of their real outlier records, along with like the Path of Totality. I think Path of Totality, Untitled. They've never done anything like these ones. But this one is, I don't want to say it's a prog record because it's not a prog record, but they were just doing unconventional shit. And it makes sense because Terry Bozzio played drums on like 3 or 4 of the tracks on this one, famously from Frank Zappa, just an incredible prog drummer. Brooks Wackerman also played on a few songs, and Jonathan Davis played the rest of the songs that they didn't play on the drums because he is a drummer as well. Not a great drummer, but he is a drummer. So yeah, this is, I mean, stylistically, you could tell which songs Terry Bozzio played on because they're just out of control. Like, I Will Protect You. Like, what the fuck is that? Like that giant drum solo during the bridge. Like he uses his massive kit, and you could even go onto YouTube and watch him recording that part of the song. It's all on YouTube. It was uploaded when this record came out. So, I mean, it's fucking nuts. Like, you can't even play that live. You just can't do it because of that bridge. And then, like, the song Everbee, which is my banger off of this one. Everbee's another. It's like a 5.5-minute song, and it's just this kind of weird, just trudging along, just fucking gross sounding song. But Terry Bozzio is just absolutely ripping it up. There are a couple, like, more poppy, like, typical KoRn songs, like Evolution's one of them. That was actually the first single. That Joey Jordison was in the video playing drums because Joey played in the KoRn for about a year. He went on tour, and I did see KoRn with Joey Jordison, which is really cool too. Got to see my favorite band with one of my favorite drummers.
Wow! What if Tom was playing guitar?
Fuck! Don't even tease. What if Omar was playing guitar?
That would sound so terrible.
It would sound so bad. But Untitled is like this weird, quirky piece of shit, but not like a bad piece of shit. Just like, it's just a fucked up record. I mean, they're a 3-piece band at this point. It's just Jonathan, Monkey, and Fieldy, and they kind of just went for it in the studio. They fucked around, and at the same time, Jonathan Davis was recording his solo record, and at the time he had a camera set up in this recording studio, and it would just record 24 hours, or just, it was a live feed 24 hours a day, so you could log into the website and just watch Jonathan Davis, and then very briefly you could watch the band recording the new album, writing and recording the new album in the studio. Like any time of day, you could look and see if they're in the studio. In the middle of the night, they could be in there.
That's
weird.
I like that, but it's so fucking stupid and unnecessary. But I do like that.
Yeah, so that's what they did. I mean, it was mainly for Jonathan's solo record that didn't come out for like 10 years. But like I said, it was a little bit for this record as well. But yeah, anyway, Untitled, this is just a fucked up record. And banger, like I said, Everbee. Stinker, it's not really a stinker, but Kiss. I love the album artwork, that weird like bird thing on the cover. It's fucked up. The vinyl reissue I got, and it's all glow in the dark, and it's cool. And it comes with bonus songs, some rad bonus songs, Sing Sorrow. Banger song, too.
The vinyl itself is glow in the dark?
No, the cover.
Oh.
The cover. Yeah, not the vinyl. But, yeah, anyway. Untitled. I love this record. I really, really love this record. So what do you got for number 7?
Number 7, KoRn 3. Remember Who You Are. This one kind of gets shit on pretty hard from some of the Reddit threads I was reading. I don't know why. I don't
know why either.
I like if you're looking for a dependable, typical fan servicey KoRn record, like this is it. I don't see why people shit on this. I guess the only knock that I saw was they're trying to recapture their iconic sound. They brought Ross back in the fold, but again, that's nothing different than what this band does, what all bands do. So I don't know why people shit on this one. I enjoyed this mediocrity a little bit more than the Nothing, but otherwise, I don't know. I don't really care that much. I don't have a banger, and Never Around was my stinker because he laughs and it's fucking stupid. Because like the laugh is like the focal point part of the song. It reminded me of like in Cynical when Travis does his thing. I was like, ugh. And you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like cheesy.
But at least with KoRn and on this record specifically, it's more natural because that's what Ross does. Ross leaves like all the imperfections in. Like he doesn't just do it for one part or one song. Every part of his records, there's all these imperfections and fucked up shit.
And he keeps the tape rolling because he's a prick.
I mean, it's true. Yeah, we'll get into that too, dude. So yeah, that's your number 7.
Yeah, KoRn 3.
All right, my number 7 is The Nothing, their 13th record from 2019. This one, I never get sick of it. I think this is fan service. Yes, there's a lot of fan service on here, but who cares? The songs are solid.
Yeah,
the songs are good.
Okay.
The melodies are
It's
great. They got some songwriters in here that you wouldn't expect. Billy Corgan co-wrote one song. John Feldman co-wrote one song. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It just random fucking people you would not expect co-wrote songs on here. But overall, it's a band effort, not like the See You on the Other Side or Untitled stuff. But yeah, this is. I think this record's fantastic. I think the cover art's really cool. This is a great combination of the heaviness that I feel like they were trying to go for with the paradigm shift mixed with just great fucking melodies. I mean, Finally Free, that almost broke my top 10 favorite KoRn songs. Like my top 10 favorite KoRn songs was so fucking hard to do, but I love how just smooth and just kind of pretty the song Finally Free sounds, and they've never done a song like this. It's so unique within their discography. I get so stoked whenever I listen to it. I don't have a stinker, but I guess if I had to choose one, it would be Harder, because it's just kind of it's Jonathan Davis doing that kind of growl thing I mentioned earlier that I don't really like, and he just does it a lot in this song, and I could do without it. I mean, just don't even sing at all. Just have a heavy instrumental section and just don't growl like that, because I can't get into it. Cannot get into it. So anyway, The Nothing, it's a fantastic record, and for the 13th record and so deep into their career, putting out something like this is pretty fucking rad. Pretty rad. Good job, boys. Good job, boys. So, do we need to take a pee break?
No, I was just showing off my egg yolks.
Oh, yeah. We got a comment on YouTube of Jeff drinking his beer. Some guy said, is that guy on the bottom, is he drinking egg yolks?
Fucking idiot. You know what lime is?
One of our social media posts that I put up yesterday. Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, 7 for me, The Nothing, killer record. I'm so excited right now. I'm just so happy to be here right now.
At least we're getting into like better stuff here.
It's
we're not
better,
even
man.
close to vinyl territory, but we are getting into better stuff. So
Fuck off.
yeah.
All right.
Well,
So what do you got
it's
for
not.
number 6?
Number 6, Take a Look in the Mirror. Their 6th
Okay.
record, 2003. Solid record, actually. Oh yeah, I want to go back to because real quick, the Nothing. I like that cover art.
Oh yeah.
I think it's cool. I don't know why. I like it. KoRn 3. It's whatever.
It's a little too on the nose with like
Yeah,
the first record.
It's
Yeah.
whatever. And it's called KoRn 3 because everyone's like, well, what happened to KoRn 2? And so, whatever. It's stupid. Take a look in the mirror. I don't like this. I think it's stupid. I always get this
the
confused.
artwork.
Yeah, the artwork. I always get that confused with Life is Peachy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's like the
whatever
same
that's worth.
color scheme. It's really dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some type of reflection of mirror thing going on a little bit. Anyway, yeah, I think this record is solid, refreshing to get like heavy KoRn again. That's reminiscent of the early days. Really, I mean, I agree with everything you said about this too. The only reason why it's here is just because this is just a worse Untouchables. That's it. And that's not a knock to this. It's just Untouchables is a better record and does this exact sound better, except for one song. One song and there's a fucking banger. It's so goddamn good. And that's Y'all Want a
Y'all
Single.
Want a single? Say fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that.
It's very like douchebag, like
It's so.
like Limp
but it's
Bizkit.
just, I know, but it doesn't fit this band at all. Like it.
Yeah, it does. That's all he
Yeah,
fucking
no, it
does. That
doesn't.
goofy ass shit. Crying all the time and doing all those dumbass things you do. Yeah, Take a Look in the Mirror. I enjoyed this one. I think from here on out, I at least enjoy
It's a fun.
these.
It's a really fun listen. Yeah.
I enjoy these records. I think our top 5s are the same, right? Basically, the first 5 records are our top 5.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see
Yeah,
on
yeah.
your number 6 here if that's true or not. Go ahead.
All right. Oh, you have nothing else on. Oh, what was your stinker on? Take a look.
I don't have a stinker.
Oh, you don't. Oh, okay. Okay.
Usually like a stinker for me, it has to be reserved for something like, oh, I didn't like that part, at least. But if there's nothing here that I don't know, I don't care enough to just choose a song. Like if we were doing like Weezer or Blink or a band that I know thoroughly, then I will like pick it apart. But I don't know this well enough to say like I wish they would have done this different. I just don't, and I don't care enough to be honest.
Okay. Fair.
I guess better, shorter explanation.
I feel like I've been very negative about these records, but I mean, I truly love this band, and I love these albums so much.
I think everybody that listens knows that.
I do. I love this band so much. I was so excited for this week. All right, so number 6 for me, Remember Who You Are, or KoRn 3, Remember Who You Are, 9th record, 2009. The first with Ray Luzier on drums. He had been touring with the band on the Entitled touring era after Joey had left the band to go back to Slipknot. And yeah, so Ray was started in the band in like 2008, I believe, and then they worked with Ross Robinson. They brought him back. They're a 4-piece again. The band is, and they tried to record this like how they recorded it in the early days. And I know Fieldy complained about it a lot because Ross Robinson would go to Fieldy and say, when you play the bass, stand up like you're playing live. Like I want a live feel. I want you to play like you're playing in front of 1,000 people. And he's like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. It's not going to make a difference. I'm not going to do that. So there was like a lot of butting heads, and they wrote most of the record, or the band outside of Jonathan wrote most of the record in what they called the cat box. And it was essentially like this, like a bedroom, like a size of a bedroom, like a small bedroom. They set up everything in there, and they just fucking jammed shit out for like weeks and weeks. And that's how they wrote most of this record, was in what they called the cat. I think it was called the cat box. And it was just hot and nasty and gross and sweaty, and then Ross was back to his old antics where he was treating the band like they were 21 years old. And you hear in interviews after they recorded the record, like that was a bad idea. Even Ross said, I shouldn't have treated these guys like they were in their early 20s because we had all grown up.
Yeah,
they all have kids.
course.
They all have families.
Grown-ass
mortgages.
men, dude.
Yeah, they're grown-ass men. And he's like, I do regret doing it, but the performances are still great, and I do agree with that. The performances are absolutely incredible on this record. Everybody fucking kills it. This is the best thing Jonathan Davis has done since the first record. Hands down. The best, I mean, and Ross Robinson destroyed Jonathan Davis because he pushed him so hard to write lyrics and sing a certain way, and it got to the point where Ross told Jonathan, it was about a song about his wife at the time, who unfortunately she's dead now of an overdose. But at the time, it was about her and like kind of how his insecurities with her. And he was like, well, I want Devin to come in here and I want you to sing this song to her in front of her. And he did it, and it totally fucked him up. And his Jonathan Davis' psychiatrist is like threatening to sue Ross for undoing all this shit that like Jonathan was like, he had like a nervous breakdown at this point. And during this record, because Ross pushed him way too fucking hard, and just made him like relive shit he didn't want to relive. And it was just, he pushed him so hard. He was throwing shit at Ray. Like Ross was throwing shit at Ray, the drummer, and Ray didn't know what the fuck to do. And Ray's used to playing with a click track, and Ross was like, absolutely no click tracks. We're not doing any click tracks. And Ray didn't know what the fuck to do. Like, it was just, the recording of this record was pretty fucking crazy for these guys that are like 40, almost 40 years old at this point.
Yeah, too old for that kind of stress.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, it really took a toll on Jonathan Davis. And that's why he got hooked on prescription drugs. And that's why he got like super fucking skinny, got all weird, got into the dubstep scene. And he got all fucked up for like 2-3 years because of this record. Honestly, it was because of this record. But anyway, God, I'm just talking too much, but I don't care.
We may never do KoRn again. This is your chance.
It's okay. Relax. We're going to do KoRn like 10 more times. So yeah, remember who you are. And like I said, this is the first with Ray Luzier on drums, and I don't like his drums. He's way too busy. He's way too fucking busy. He doesn't have anywhere near the same groove that David does. Yes, technically he's better than David, but it's just there's too much going on. Like, he doesn't stop. There's too many notes. Stop playing so many fucking notes. Yeah. And that's how it is on this record. That's how it is on the Paradigm Shift. He relaxes a little bit on Serenity of Suffering till now, but man, this record, it's just like, dude, just stop playing. Let this fucking song breathe. Like, you don't always have to be hitting the fucking snare. I don't need to hear like 1,000 ghost notes in a fucking song. Like, I just don't need to hear it. It's just too much. But anyway, this record's raw. It fucking punches you in the face. I don't really get why people don't like it. Nobody complains about Ray's drumming. They should get this record gets shit on so much, but not because of Ray. Like, Ray to me is the worst part of this record because of his overplaying. But everybody bitches about the music and the vocals and the lyrics, and it's like, dude,
I didn't get it.
I don't get it at all either. I think this is one of the craziest good vocal performances, and he doesn't, as far as I remember, Jonathan doesn't do any of the growl vocals. He goes back to like how he used to sing on the first 2-3 records. Even on Issues, he kind of sings that way too, where when he's yelling or screaming, it's coming from like a fucking deep place. It's not coming from just like roll, you know, shit like that.
Yeah.
Just like it's not performative. It's like it's coming from a real spot. And that's why people love Jonathan Davis, because his vocals it feels like it comes from a real spot. And he doesn't really do that on Remember Who You Are. And I think this record gets an unfair shake from fans and just people in general. I really, really think it does. It sucks, but I love it. Banger, Fear is a Place to Live. I would put People Pleaser as my banger, but that's a bonus song. I think that's the best song off this out of all these sessions, all the songs in the sessions. But Fear is a Place to Live is, off the main record. That's my banger. Stinker, not a stinker, but got to choose one. Are You Ready to Live? Are you ready to live? So, Remember Who You Are, my number 6. Now we're getting into the top 5 KoRn records. From here on out, you got this on vinyl? You're going to get these on vinyl?
Yes, I am.
Are you really?
No.
Your top 5? Oh,
no.
Fuck. Don't get me all excited. Dude, I got all excited.
I might get my number 2.
Oh, you're the worst. You should get at least your top 5. At least your top 5.
No, I don't want to spend fucking 10 hours listening to the same KoRn song.
You're not. And I'll tell you why. But okay, so what's your number 5? 5th best KoRn record for you. Go.
Untouchables, Branded Unfuckables. Yeah, Untouchables, their 5th record, 2002, the same year the Angels won the World Series. Dude, what a time to be alive for these guys. Just spent almost 4 million recording. They rented houses, plural, for the sessions. They almost fired their bass player for having an out of control drug habit for a band that's known for having out of control drug habits. And there's just like a lot of, I don't know. It was fucking wild, dude. I cannot believe how much money these guys spent just dicking around, doing nothing, and just living their best life. That's cool. There are a lot of kind of ballady songs in this record, though, but they're
That's fine.
But they're also mixed with like, I don't know how to phrase this right, kind of Hot Topic generation sound, right? The cartoonish sound that was kind of big at this time. Not saying it's bad. It's just that's what a lot of people were doing in the early to mid 2000s, and I can hear it here. It does sound dated, but it's only dated if you like grew up in that era. So I did like it. I thought it was cool, but it's also just still sounds like KoRn. It's heavy. It's entertaining. It's fun. I thought this was just a fun record. Blame, that was my biggest banger. Not crazy about his vocals here, but fuck, man, this song is heavy. Like really, really heavy. Wild heavy. Stinker, One More Time. One more time. This legit sounded like a reused. This legit sounded like a reused Freak on a Leash melody, or like the Freak on a Leash melody.
Really? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to it again, kid. I'm telling you. I don't make the rules.
So. Dude, I know you don't. Okay, so that's your number 5.
Untouchables.
My number 5 is Follow the Leader, their third record from 1998. They didn't really use Ross on this record as a producer. They used him as a vocal producer for Jonathan on some songs, but otherwise, this is kind of like almost like a self-produced record. They had one producer, they fired him, they got another guy. But in the end, this is a party record. This is straight up a party record. They spent over $50,000 just on alcohol. And this is 1998. That's a lot of money on alcohol. They partied all the fucking time during this. They had all their buddies over, the guys from Orgy, the guys from Sugar Ray, Limp Bizkit, just everybody who was anybody at the time, and even nobodies at the time, they were there. They were at the studio with KoRn, just fucking around and partying and drinking. I mean, it was out of control. This is the last album that Jonathan Davis was still using alcohol, speed, cocaine, all that kind of shit. And then he got sober after they recorded this record, because he was he was the most out of control out of all 5 guys. Truly, truly out of control. And really generally sober since 1999. But Follow the Leader. And you could tell these guys were partying on the record, because there are some songs on here that are just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like Children of the Corn. They got Ice Cube to come in somehow. Yeah. And it's like, what the fuck? And then they talk about like when he came in with his posse, it was like all business. It was, they were so intimidated that it's like, we're like nobodies. We're nothing. We know nothing about music. Like he was so apparently Ice Cube was so professional, and he came in, laid down the tracks, partied a little bit with them, but otherwise just fucking was a complete professional with him. Didn't judge him at all. Just was stoked to be there, and even went on tour with him. The Family Values Tour '98. Like they were buddies with Ice Cube. And then they all said All in the Family with Fred Durst. Like, what the fuck song is this? This is one of the dumbest songs you've ever put out. I still love it, but it's stupid. They got what's his name from The Far Side,
Slim Kid 3
on Slim Kid 3 to do Cameltosis, and you're like, what the fuck? And then Cheech Marin. Cheech and Chong does the bonus track. They do the cover of Earache My Eye from Up in Smoke. It's just, dude, this album is party front to back, and it has the greatest song ever made on here, and that's Got the Life, which is, I mean, hands down, it is the greatest song ever made by any band. But it also has Freak on a Leash, and people love Freak on a Leash. I love it too, but there's nothing that sounds like Freak on a Leash. There hasn't been a song since that sounds like Freak on a Leash. It's such a weird outlier, but it was massive for this band. The video was revolutionary.
A dope video.
It's a really great video. And weirdly, they only had 2 singles off of this record. Only Freak on a Leash, or first Got the Life, and then Freak on a Leash. That was the second single, and that was it. Like, that's all they needed.
And nothing else should be singles on this record.
And arenas. They were fucking selling out arenas. It was truly a crazy time. And they were doing this cool thing called KoRn TV, where like twice a week they would do like this half-hour show, like while they were recording the record. Fucking trash. They were all fucking wasted doing this KoRn. It was an internet TV show. Special? After school specials, KoRn TV, and they would do it twice a week. And this is like early internet, and nobody really had the internet, or like everybody's using dial-up. Like most people couldn't watch this shit online, and unfortunately, a lot of that stuff's been lost. Like those videos don't even exist anymore because they were never actually recorded. Except there are a few like pieces here and there on the internet, but overall, that shit was never recorded. But it was revolutionary for its time. It really was revolutionary for its time. It was live streaming before there was really live streaming, which is nuts. In 1998. So anyway, Follow the Leader. It's a cool record. It's unique. It's heavy. It's wild sounding. You'll never hear anything like this. It's a standout. It's unique. I only put it as low as I did because All in the Family, Children of the KoRn, and Cameltosis, they're good songs, but they're cheesy as fuck. Cheesy as fuck. And they are a time and place kind of. The songs are of its time very much so. So anyway, Follow the Leader, incredible stuff. So what do you got for number 4?
Number 4, Follow the Leader, dude. What did I say? Untouchables? Yeah, I don't like the Untouchables cover art.
Untouchables.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's kind of cheesy.
It's stupid. Follow the Leader, number 4. I do like this cover art a lot. I think it's fucking rad. It's perfect for everything that KoRn is about.
I like it too.
Follow the Leader, number 4. Their third record. Damn, Gino. I think if their self-titled record represents like the start of nu metal, this record marked the start of why people made fun of nu metal. And
fair, yeah. Because
like Significant Other comes out like a year later, and like that's such an easy target, unrightfully so. But that's such an easy target. But like you said, dude, basically the 3 songs that have people on them are just fucking ridiculous.
I know.
And I do like All in the Family, mostly because of Fred Durst. Fred Durst slays on that track. Jonathan Davis is just there, trying to hold his own. But Fred Durst is amazing. He's unreal. The Ice Cube thing, I think that's funny. That he was all business. Like, dude, it's late 90s Ice Cube. What do you got going on? You haven't had whatever. But it's still a solid record. I do think it's too long. 70 minutes long. I don't think it needs to be that long. I don't think we need even the one with Trey Hardson or Slim Kid 3, that song, the Cameltosis, meh. I think that song could have been cut.
It's a little weak, yeah.
Like the song Pretty, that song's pretty weak. That song's weak.
It's not.
Yeah.
No.
There's a lot of weak songs in this. Dude, even getting into the issues too. There's too much fluff. These albums are too long. They don't need to be. But yeah.
It was also not the 90s. It's the CD era.
Yeah.
You were meant to make long records.
And that's why a lot of those records are not perfect, because they are too long. So you're right. That is correct. Those are correct things that you said. And also the correct thing is that this record is too long. A solid 50? You cut 20 minutes from this record? Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
okay,
yeah.
you cut out the 3 goof songs. You cut out Eric My Eye. You could take out My Gift to You. Yeah, you can cut it down to 50 and still have a solid record, but cutting out Pretty, no. No.
Yeah, Pretty's pretty boring.
No, it's
pretty
not.
Pretty boring.
It's not.
The biggest banger, yeah, it's Got the Life. I thought it was going to be Freak on a Leash, but then like I listened to them back to back. I was like, nah. I do like Freak on a Leash a lot, but Got the Life, it's just wild. Like Got the Life is so bizarre, right? This band that's just they tried so hard to be so fucking heavy, so aggressive. Like they take pride in being just so nu metal. They put out an absolute stunning pop banger, but still sounds metal. That's wild. Don't shake him. He muted him. Nobody can hear you shaking him over there.
I did mute him. George is fucking with Rupert. He doesn't like it.
That's what happens.
But anyway,
2 dogs in the same room and they're wrestling together.
They've been fine until right now.
Just so everybody knows, he lives in a 4-bedroom
right.
house, but he always puts the dogs in the same room while he's podcasting, and then gets mad at
them
for
the
doing
door
so.
is open. My office door is open, so they can go in and out. But yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Got the Life. It's such an outlier for the band, and they were even afraid to do it. So when David came up with the drum part, he was wondering like, is this disco beat gonna sound okay? Is it gonna sound okay with the song? And they were jamming it out, and they all fucking loved it. And even and what's funny too, at the beginning of Got the Life, there was supposed to be a clip from Blazing Saddles that was going to play before, and then the snare hits, and it was supposed to be Dom DeLuise at the end of Blazing Saddles, where he goes, wait, he says, let's go again, faggots. And then you hear the snare hit, and then the song starts.
That snare hit's fucking rad in the beginning, too.
It is. But that Blazing Saddles clip was supposed to be at the beginning, but they couldn't get the rights from Warner Brothers or whatever. They couldn't get the rights to put it in there. But yeah, Jonathan Davis always talks about, like, he wishes that could have been the beginning of Got the Life. That's a fun little fact. But yeah, Got the Life is...
It's so fucking weird. It's so weird.
It is so bizarre.
And again, coming off of KoRn and Peachy, right? It's just these guys are trying their damnedest to be so fucking edgy.
I know.
But like a good pop song, still a good pop song. You know what I mean?
And it was the first single too. It's like you come off the dark shit of Adidas and Life is Peachy, and then you put out Got the Life like as your next single off of your new record that's not out yet. Wild shit. Yeah. Wild. Oy, man, I love that song. I fucking love that song.
It's a good song.
Love this album.
It's not the greatest song of all time. That's stupid.
The greatest song ever. I mean, I don't make the fucking rules.
Stupid.
And people get so mad at me when I say that too.
As they should. Every time you say that, somebody should get mad at you.
Oh, people get so mad at me. It's so funny, but I believe it.
That's why people get mad, is because you believe it.
Okay, so your number 4, Follow the Leader. You got anything else on this one?
No, that's it.
All right, so number 4 for me is Untouchables. This is their 5th record from 2002. This one is Michael Beinhorn produced this one. The famous Michael Beinhorn, underrated producer, did this one as well.
Yeah, seriously.
He's so underappreciated, underrated.
All we talk about is fucking Rick Rubin. That's all we ever talk about. Rick.
And what's crazy is like KoRn's worked with like some incredible producers: Michael Beinhorn, Brendan O'Brien, Ross Robinson, Atticus Ross. Like they've worked with some incredible producers too.
It's true.
But yeah, Michael Beinhorn did this one, and this is this is the 9th most expensive record ever made. And like you said, they each rented their own house out in Arizona.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they went out to Arizona. They each rented their own house
for a change of scenery.
And I think there was a 6th house that was just for the studio, for writing and recording. And from what I read, it was $10,000 per house by the end of the. No, it wasn't per day. It was by the end of the. I think they were there for like 6 months, but it was $10,000 per house just for the rent, just for renting these houses out. So $60,000, or roughly $60,000 in 5 months or whatever.
I thought it was funny too that they came out to Arizona. I think it was Scottsdale or probably Scottsdale. I don't know.
I think it was Scottsdale. Yeah,
they're all from the desert, and they eventually go to LA like all musicians do, but they want to change the scenery from LA, so they go back to the desert.
I know, right?
I thought that was funny. Just another shittier desert. So whatever.
So yeah, they did that, and also the way this record was recorded. I forgot what it's called. There's a way a way this record is recorded sonically that no record has ever been recorded this way. It's something really expensive and just something so unique. But the only way to hear this record properly is to have like super audiophile speakers or headphones or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I forgot what it's called. I really forgot.
It was like it was like 96 kilohertz digital something like that. I don't know what that means.
I don't really understand.
I'm sure it means something. Just some.
But it's the only record to ever be. It's the only record to ever be recorded like this, and that was one reason why it was so expensive. Also, Michael Beinhorn he's such a perfectionist that David said about these sessions that he's tried something like 50 snare drums. Dude. He played like something like 50 snare drums on this record, or they tested 50 snare drums for this record just to find the right tone. And he said they spent like a week alone just on drums, just like figuring out tone, not even recording drums, just finding drum tones. And that's just how precise Michael Beinhorn was on this record with the guitar tones, the drum tones, everything, vocals, everything. And this is the first time you hear Jonathan Davis really try to sing well. Like there's no angst to his voice. There's just, he's trying to be a proper singer here. And it's cool. It's really, really cool. It's different.
Yeah. He's a good singer.
Songs are just, he's a good singer. And the songs are massive. The songs sound fucking huge. Even the quiet parts sound huge. Untouchables is crazy, man. I have so much nostalgia with this too. This was the first KoRn record I got issues, never mind. But I mean, I remember just so vividly when this record came out and just how excited me and like Pratik. Remember Pratik in high school?
I don't think I ever actually met or talked to Pratik. I've seen him, but I don't think I ever met or talked to him. But I know of him.
Oh yeah, because him and I were so excited for this record when it came out. We were so fucking excited. And I remember one time he stole his parents' computer speakers, and we went to the racquetball courts, and because there's an outlet, because the racquetball courts are right next to the tennis court.
In Woodgate?
No, at the high school, at our old high school.
Oh.
The racquetball court, butts up against the tennis courts.
Yeah.
And on one of the light poles, there's an outlet, a power outlet, electrical outlet. So he brought his parents' computer speakers, and we plugged it in, and we listened to the CD twice in a row. Yeah, it was so fucking cool. We just played racquetball.
What a oddly specific time period with so many different things.
I know.
Right?
Old computer speakers, a CD player, racquetball.
Yeah.
It was
just
weird.
like the CD player thing alone, and then like the computer speakers, because those were the old computer speakers, like you said.
Yeah.
But they sound like shit. They're just
I sound like garbage.
absolutely fucking shit. But they're powered, and they still sounded like shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, we listened to Untouchables twice in a row. I do remember that.
Untouchable.
Did it so good. But yeah, Untouchables is an incredible record, and they were all partying so goddamn hard. Except for Jonathan, he was the only sober one, but he was like their bartender. So it's like whatever people wanted, he was making drinks for everybody. He was getting people drugs. He was enabling everybody, but he wasn't partaking in any of it. But yeah, this is fantastic. Hold on.
The dogs that I put in this room are now barking.
Right. So Untouchables, I think that's all I have for this one. Oh, because you just watched Breaking Bad, also the video for Thoughtless was one of the first things that Jesse Pinkman was ever in. He was in that music video for Thoughtless.
Really?
By the way. Yeah, he was in it. Way before Breaking Bad, obviously.
Aaron Paul, I think his name is.
Aaron Paul, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was in that video. He was the kid who was bullied in the video. All right. So what do you got for number 3?
Number 3, issues. Issues. Yeah, this is the most natural progression of this band coming off of Leader. They're fucking huge now. So this record has to be huge. It has to still sound like Follow the Leader, but it also still has to be kind of fucking heavy. I think this record is kind of fan servicey because I don't know. It's what we wanted to hear. I'm putting myself in. Actually, this was my first KoRn CD, so it's what we wanted to hear after Follow the Leader. I want to hear more of that, and so that's what this is. It's just better. These songs aren't as goofy as Follow the Leader songs are, and even like I know God's Life is an absolute banger, but even God's Life, like at its core, is kind of it's just a goofy pop song, and it's they got fucking lucky. I didn't get lucky. They got lucky. That song blew up the way it did because it's a fucking pop song, dude. It's a goofy ass pop song.
Yeah, it's a great pop rock song.
So they did get lucky with that. The band's probably like at their biggest right now that they've ever been, and so dude, this record's selling better than anything they could have possibly imagined. It is a long record, but it's just like fucking 80 minutes, some shit like that.
But also like the last like
it's only 53 minutes. That's not as long as I thought it was.
And the last like 4 or 5 minutes is just static.
Yeah,
it's just static. So
yeah, so actually, this record just feels longer. I don't know.
Probably because the interludes and all that kind of stuff. That's probably why.
I do think it's cool because they're blowing up faster than they could possibly imagine. They're getting a lot more advances than they could possibly spend, and they're doing their best to try and spend it. They're just living their best life, but they don't forget about their fans. Like they still are very in touch with their fans. More like it, so much so that they let their fans decide the cover art for this, and
so cool, man.
I think that's really cool. I don't really like this cover art. I think it's stupid. It just happens to be iconic because this record was so big, but like just objectively, it's whatever's. The other 3 runner-ups too, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th place, those are all pretty stupid too.
The one that won is the best of the 4.
Yeah, for sure, the one that won is the best of the 4. But I still don't. It's like, whatever. I don't really care. It's a cool record. Kaylee has this on vinyl right now, so maybe I'll listen to it. One of her friends likes him, and so she wants to listen to him, I guess. I don't know.
How weird. Would not have expected that.
She'll pull stuff randomly from time to time. Oh, listen to this. Do you have this? Like, yeah, listen to it. She'll listen to it. I don't know. Falling Away From Me is my biggest banger. Dude, when that guitar riff, when that guitar riff comes in, I don't know, man. I get this
high
over,
part?
yeah, the intro, yeah,
the intro, yeah. I thought you meant like when it dropped heavy, because it drops heavy like hard.
Just when that intro comes in, I get this huge rush of like nostalgia and memories. And it's not like I loved KoRn, but I did really, really like KoRn for a brief, 2-year period. But Falling Away From Me was like, that was, and we'll get into my origin story later on. But yeah, Falling Away From Me is the biggest banger. My weakest song, I don't know, Hey Daddy, I guess. It's not a bad song. It just makes me laugh
so good.
every time I hear it. And I think that's worth noting.
Daddy.
Like, what the fuck is even this, right?
I know.
The funky groove. That groove's fucking funky. And then JD being so goofy over it. I don't know. It's fun.
God,
it's
David
fun.
has such a good groove. David is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love his drumming so much. But okay, Issues. Very good.
Number 3.
Number 3 for me is also Issues. I fucking love this record. Brendan O'Brien produced this record. Rumor has been over the last several years that he's going to come back and do another KoRn record, but it's never happened. But yeah, Brendan O'Brien just fucking nailed it. This is the first record with Jonathan Davis as a sober person. The partying's gone down a lot. If you watch the second documentary about the band that came out after Untouchables came out, they talk a lot about Jonathan's sobriety, and how much like it affected these sessions, but in a positive way, because there was like they were forced to focus on working rather than partying. Like Jonathan Davis and Brendan O'Brien were like pushing the band. Let's jam, let's practice, let's write songs, let's do this, rather than just like, okay, let's just go fucking party for the rest of the night, or rest of the day. So this whole record was a lot more focused, and it came out only like a year and a half after Follow the Leader. So it's maybe not even a year and a half. I think it was just like exactly a year now that I think about it. So it seems like it would be a rushed record, but it doesn't sound like it was ever rushed. There's a lot of nuance here. There's a lot of great interludes and a lot of great, like, I don't want to say they're soundscapes, but they kind of are, but they're all created by the guys in the band, by Head and Monkey. What they're doing on the guitar here is just so weird and just so fucked up, like, and it's not like the first record where they're just making a lot of weird wonky Halloween noises. There's just so much nuance to this record that these 5 guys are fucking doing. Jonathan Davis does play drums on one song. I believe it's Beg For Me. He plays the drums on that one, or at least the intro on that song plays the drums on. And I don't know. I think this record it's unique. There's nothing that really sounds like it. There are goofy songs like I Wish You Could Be Me, that like minute and 20-second song, but that's more like an interlude, and then that drops into the big like riff and counting. Hey Daddy is a little bit cheesy as well. For You, I still think that's a cheesy song. That's my least favorite song on the record, but it's meant for the fans. It's a dedication to the fans. Like, we would be nothing without you. But yeah, and then I mean, really, the first song, Dead, just is called Dead, and the lyrics are just all I want in life is to be happy, happy. All I want in life is to be happy, happy. And then it fades out because you get these bagpipes, and then it fades out, and then it drops into Falling Away From Me with the intro. Yeah, but you just like the bass drum, like boom. Or maybe it might be an 808, but anyway, yeah. No, I just this record is phenomenal. There's nothing that sounds like it. The artwork, I love the artwork. I don't care what you say. I think it's fantastic, and also how they one thing they did to promote this record, which was really fucking cool. They were the first band ever to play at the Apollo Theater in Harlem, in New York. They were the first white people to ever play at that theater. The theater had been around for 50 years or something like that. Only black people were allowed to play there. But they were the first white people to ever play there. And also, that first show, they live streamed it to the world. That was like one of the first live streamed concerts of the time, which is really cool too. Very unique, very different for the band. And yeah, I don't know. And then
very demure.
You have Woodstock that happened like 2 months before this record came out. Woodstock '99. Dude, this whole like 2.5 year period of the band was just absolutely
wild.
insane. Just absolutely fucking insane. Ah, I'm excited. I'm so excited to be here. So, banger, Dirty. I love Dirty. I just think it's a hauntingly beautiful song. And the way he just says, I want to blow my head off, it's so fucking dark. The song is so fucking dark, and it's sad, and it's depressing, but I love that song so much. I truly, it's the last song. It's the closer on the record. And then it just fades out to static. Fuck, man, it's wild. So good. All right, so that's my number 3. What do you got for number 2?
Life is Peachy. Life is Peachy. Yeah,
I think you ranked this lower a few years ago.
Actually, I think I have my rankings. Let's just. I ranked it what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, you put it at 5. Wow.
Yeah. Untouchables was dead last time I did this.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, Life is Peachy. Coming off of their first record, like what the fuck are you possibly gonna do, right? You just the culmination of new metal had already been brewing. The blueprint was kind of there from various bands, but nothing sounded like it. Nobody was ready for it. And again, it probably should have died after Significant Other. Actually, after Chocolate Starfish, it probably should have died. But yeah, what do you do after your first record? You can't do the same exact thing because then the genre is probably going to die with you. But they do kind of do the same thing, but they make it more fun. This record is essentially their first record, but fun. The first record is not. It's just straight up. It's not very fun. It's not supposed to be fun, but it's not fun. This is fucking fun. Like
it's a lot of fun.
My banger is the Ice Cube cover, Wicked. Like that's fucking unreal. That is
that's
an
Chino
amazing
from Deftones.
And that's the best thing he's ever done. Vocally, that is the best thing Chino has ever fucking done.
His rapping's really good on it, right?
And it's like this, but the song is just like you have. I don't know if it's Head or Monkey. That's I don't know. I can't tell who's doing the cool lead parts on various songs. So when we get into the main album, I'll ask you. I feel like Monkey's probably like the. If we had to rank them, I would probably put him last.
Essentially. Yeah.
But yeah, doing the G-funk sound on the guitar, right? The flow, Fieldy laying it down super fucking thick. Oh, so it is an unreal cover. But like this record is stacked from the opening to the closing. There is no point in this record where I thought like, okay, you could have got rid of that song. You could have got rid of this song. This one could have been shorter. Nothing. Like this is, I don't know. It's still almost 50 minutes long. It was incredible. I really.
Well, Kill You is really. I mean, the Kill You song itself is like 6 minutes, and then there's all that dead air. So that's why. And then there's an acapella of Twist with no music.
Dude, yeah,
that's why.
The way this opens up too is fucking just absolute bonkers. Because the Twist is only like
crazy.
Not even a minute long, right? It's like 30
50
seconds. Some shit. Yeah,
I think it's like 50 seconds. Yeah.
But it's just fucking wild, and you have to do something wild because your previous opener, Blind, is arguably you could say it's their best song. So how do you top that, right? And he kind of does top it with Twist. It's not like a better song, but he does top just like the outrageousness of it. This is I feel like KoRn is a more like organic, like this is who we want to sound like, this is who we are. Whereas like Life is Peachy is a more crafted KoRn. I think it's an incredible record.
Fuck yeah.
Had we done this episode before that record show, I would have bought that Life is Peachy OG that you bought.
Oh fuck! Thank God.
I would have.
Thank God.
The only song.
Do you still have the one? Did you still have my old copy?
Oh, I might at the store. You're right.
Yeah.
You did trade one
I gave
in.
you the I traded the repress and then.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah, brother! I'll check tomorrow at the shop. I don't think anybody bought it. Who's buying KoRn? It's actually we do sell KoRn pretty well. We sell Fall Leader and Issues when we get it, and then KoRn's KoRn. But I don't know if someone bought Life is Peachy. Anyway, the only song on here I think, like if I had to pick a low song, it would be Lowrider, but just because it's too short. I want it to be longer. Yeah. And I didn't know it was Head doing the vocals until the doc today, and like I was like, that's funny because he could barely
get
through
for his birthday. Yeah, and he did it for his birthday. It was his birthday present from the band. They're like, we'll let you do one song.
And he thought
And
it
he
was
did
so
Low Rider.
stupid, and like you could see he's laughing and gooing. I was like, "This is funny, dude."
And like
You
Ross
guys are
Robinson,
funny.
you see Ross Robinson sitting in the corner just like laughing.
Yeah, he could barely get through one line of his vocal
Yeah.
part before he starts cracking and breaking.
And then
up.
he's so drunk that he's like burping while he's doing it.
Yeah, it's so good. But like Porno Creep, that's a fucking amazing
Dude, it's
song.
so good.
I think
Fieldy's bass playing on Porno Creep is fucking. That bass line's so cool.
I don't know. This record was awesome. I really did like this a lot. I do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think KoRn could ever not be number one for me, but because I don't care that much about their entire discography, that just still sounds like, what the fuck is this? But this does sound like a more. Dude, they're just like, they're already touring with big fucking names. They're putting in 250 shows a year already at this point. They're putting in work, and they're still just having the time of their life. And this just sounds so fucking fun.
Yep.
Yeah, Life is Peachy, number 2.
Good. Number 2 is Life is Peachy for me. It's the second record, 96. Second with Ross Robinson, in as the producer. And they recorded this at Indigo Ranch as well, which we'll get into on the main episode. But it was up in Malibu. It's no longer there. It got burned down. But yeah, so it was all written and recorded there. And they had just come off of like intense touring and partying, and even in that little short doc we watched, Head says like we were on tour nonstop, and the culmination of like all the tension and just craziness of the last 2 years was what made Life is Peachy. Like, because it's just, this album is so aggressive, it's so heavy, the tones that Ross got, the production on here is so different than what you hear on KoRn's KoRn. You almost wouldn't even know. It's like, I wouldn't say you wouldn't know it's the same band, but just when you hear a Life is Peachy song and a KoRn's KoRn song, you would know which song it's from.
Yes.
I throw you a random song, you'll know which one it's on, but it's the same band within 2 years, same producer, same recording studio, same
better.
guitars. Yeah. Who, Ross?
Ross, yeah, like there's so much more nuance in the tone of this record than KoRn's KoRn.
Yeah, I think so too.
He got so much better.
But yeah, I mean, and there's just heavy, intense song. Good God. I mean, Good God right now is my banger. It's just doom, 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 ga, doom, doom, da, da, doom, da, doom, da. It just starts with just the dumbest little drum part, and it just goes into something so heavy and quirky and weird, and then that breakdown in it with just the bass and just David's just doing the hi-hats like, and then Fieldy just doing the fucking simple bass line, but it's so heavy. And then Jonathan just starts like whispering like through gritted teeth, "Why don't you get the fuck out of my face now?" Then it just builds and builds and builds, and then he just does this one last scream of "now," and then it drops back into it, and it's just, goddamn, dude, the intensity of this record it's way more intense than KoRn's KoRn. I don't think the songs are better, but it's way more intense than KoRn's KoRn. It's unreal. It's fucking unreal. Ah, man. And then
good.
In the little doc I made you watch, it shows when Jonathan was recording the vocals for Kill You, and he starts crying at the end, and then Fieldy comes in and Fieldy's crying, and they're all hugging and everything, and it was so fucking emotional. And then Monkey's making fun of him too. He's like, "Yeah, I went in and John was recording vocals, and he was doing some weird fucked up shit that sounded like he's like straight up just making fun of him for being an idiot." And it was just, dude, I love it. I love
Good.
Life is Peachy.
It's a good record.
Not a stinker, but I had to put one Low Rider because it's just a goofball song. And Jonathan Davis plays the bagpipe, or he doesn't play the bagpipes, but he plays the actual flute part of the bagpipe. That's the part that you hear on it. It's just him playing that, which is cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, number 1 for both of us, KoRn's KoRn, the album of the week, because we are in self-titled. We're finishing self-titled season. So we're going to get into that. Don't hate us right now. We're going to break it down, get into everything about it, and have a good time doing it. So thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars if you're watching on YouTube. You smash that subscribe button, dude. That's good to say. And that's it. That's all.